Market volatility has bottomed, and we might be getting close to an uptrend. Bitcoin is tiptoeing on the basement floor, trying to reconfirm its support as constant outflow is now being observed. So exchange reserves are decreasing with a serious fall in selling pressure on the 4-hour. If it does hold, there is a strong possibility of a decent bounce here. So Bitcoin dominance is currently testing support at up around 65%. So looking good, looking good. All in all, there seems to be, seems like a strong possibility of a decent bounce coming in. Traders out there, I would keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance, to observe the relative amount of bounce from Bitcoin and alts for profit maximization. As we can see, leverage has bounced here, and capital is flowing back into the market. So that is a good sign. And the exchange reserves have reached an all-time low. So if we, Bitcoin on exchanges right now is down around 10K. So exchange reserve is the total amount of reserve held in all exchanges. It is a measure of potential to sell on the market. Therefore, the increase of this chart would indicate growing selling power in Bitcoin. A decrease in reserve occurs when a large number of Bitcoins flow out of all of these exchanges, and the price is likely to go up. And so, so that's looking really good. I don't think we can go much lower than this. We weren't even here back in September of 2020. So, looking really, really good there on that front. All exchange fund flow ratio. This is the ratio of Bitcoin transfers involving all exchanges to Bitcoin transfers network wide. The number increase means that an increase in market volatility. If we see a decrease in this chart, it indicates an increase in OTC deals. So as we can see, Bitcoin whales are accumulating again. So that is another good sign. Markets are looking pretty healthy right now. As we can see, CKB Nervos network testing critical support at the 01756. We basically, we've tested this zone earlier back in June, and we fell right through. This is during the market capitulation here. So we came down, we passed right through it. We tested it once, broke through, and we held it there for from June. We held it there from June 3rd till around June 13th. Actually, no, we fell through like June 19th. So 16 days later, we fell through. Bottomed out at 0.008, and have since traversed back upward. We really didn't slow down at the 013, tested the 017 here once, got rejected, back down to the 013, passed up through the 017, fell right through, tested the 013 again, and then we passed through the 017 just yesterday, and for this little run up here, where investors started to surge into CKB, and we tested it, and we're holding it currently. So if we can hold the 017, the 0176, 0175, we can hold this now. We will see a new trading range here. So, and I do think that this comes on the heels of good timing with Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin starts its bounce upward, Nervos holding support at the 017 would definitely put us well into the 2-cent range. And hopefully catapult us up into the 3-cent range, but that might take a little time. We will see. But Nervos is hot right now. I'm just going to say it's all over the news, right? A lot of media coverage going on out there. And I'm going to cover some of that with you guys today. Nervos in the news, in the media. So looking good. Nervos looking really hot out there right now. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, a lot of different articles about Nervos out there. I'm going to cover a little bit about the roadmap, a little stuff about the hackathon, some stuff going on GitHub, and so I wanted to talk about this a little bit. So this is a new partnership with EXHCNAGE. So EXHCNAGE has partnered with Nervos Network for their hackathon. The hackathon Nervos brought in the spectrum with Gitcoin. So the event is scheduled for 3 weeks and was just started the other day. So the hackathon will allow teams to create robust layer 2 applications utilizing the Nervos Network suite of integrated solutions. Participants who successfully complete an application or a DApp will be invited to deploy live to Nervos's Agron testnet. Winners will share a Gitcoin prize pool of $200,000. So definitely some money to be made there over a 3-week period. For this exciting event, there are no limits on what applications developers can build. So essentially, project teams can develop oracles and DAOs and DEXs and collateralized stablecoins, or pretty much anything else they want. MEXC will jointly promote the hackathon and offer potential investments and token listings for selected projects. The global exchange will work with other Nervos partners such as Real Day Systems, CoinGecko, and Lay2Dev to succeed in the hackathon event. So looking really good here. So Nervos is definitely proving itself as the go-to platform for building universal apps. The Nervos network has taken the blockchain sector by storm recently with its unmatched interoperability between multiple ecosystems. So people are looking, especially now with all the congestion and fees out there, Nervos is looking really good to some of these platforms like Ethereum. MEXC Global is a Singapore-based exchange offering the best crypto services, such as spot margin and options trading. So that's what they say in their on their website. So users, I'm just reading from their website. So it says users can access high-quality listings of trending coins such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and more. It says here that their user base is over 6 million people across 70 countries. So that's a pretty big, sizable market there, market share that MEXC has. So we'll probably see some new investors coming into Nervos through this new partnership. And so MEXC did say that they would list the winner of the hackathon, so token listing on their exchange. So that is definitely probably worth a lot more than the $200K that the prize money is. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff going on out there. Nervos. This hackathon comes on the heels of Cardano's launch of smart contracts, and their partnership with Nervos is set to launch many new applications on the network as they implement cutting-edge UTXO technology, allowing fast and secure scalability. How high can CKB go? We'll talk about that in a minute. ADA struggling right now, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there has been some whale activity out there in Cardano. So, the crypto market, including Vitalik Buterin, continues to search for scaling solutions as DeFi applications struggle with surging fees. But Nervos's alternative multi-chain solutions are definitely piquing both developers and investors' interest. Nervos has made headlines back in August 2020 when it was integrated into China's blockchain-based service network, or BSN. and along with 5 other permissionless blockchains. So in December of last year, if you guys remember, Nervos achieved a very important interoperability milestone when it launched a bridge between Ethereum and CKB network to simplify cross-chain transactions. Shortly afterwards, the project released its Universal Passport, which allows diverse blockchain developers to program using a single interface. So Nervos, well, in just a couple of weeks after that, Nervos launched a $5 million fund to support projects building decentralized exchanges, lending platforms, and other DeFi protocols. So we can see here the GitHub activity, development activity for the leading chains, the top 10 development activity going on right now. Cardano, Gnosis, Ethereum, Kusama, Polkadot, Filecoin, Elrond, Status, and Nervos. Number 9, coming in at number 9, Nervos Network. So Cardano looking, looking pretty bleak right now, but let me tell you, over the weekend, Cardano began to onboard users to its Alonzo Purple testnet and thus marked the 3rd and final stage of its Alonzo upgrades. It should be noted that Alonzo Purple would be the first fully public mainnet to support smart contracts and facilitate decentralized finance on Cardano. So DeFi protocols, dApps. ADA was looking pretty rough this week, but I'm going to say that in between the price ranges of $1.70 and $2.58, so right around here to way up here, okay, more than 4.45 billion ADA tokens were accumulated by just 280,000 addresses. So the adjusted transfer volumes, basically showed a shift that took place right before the collapse. As we saw right before the crash, whale accumulation pushed the average transfer value on Cardano to a new peak that we haven't seen all year long. Then in and around 285, the average transfer value crossed only $500,000. So right here, as we started to roll off, the transfer volume went down to $500,000 from more than $4.5 billion. What does that tell you? I mean, look at the side. I don't have my volume isn't very bright, but if you can see that red candle, it is huge. So, yeah. What does that tell us here? It basically shows massive selling pressure by a substantially low number of wallets. To put it simply, ADA's drop was not completely coincidental, as whales played a major role in the dump. So, as usual, retail investors were not ready for this drop, and liquidations were witnessed all across the board. So, it looks like we have hit a bottom at 238 right now. The lowest, our local bottom, was at $1.99. So this is on the Coinbase chart, but $1.99. I was not able to get it, buy it up for that cheap. I'll tell you that much. I would have, though, even though I was buying my ADA back at 5 cents way back. But it looks like we're bouncing here. It looks like Bitcoin is stable and looks like it is ready to go. And yeah, so we're at this 50-day EMA, 45,000 right now, and looking poised to make another run. So get your capital ready. So I just want to this is just going to be a quick video, but I wanted to just go over the Nervos roadmap for 2021 and just like let's see some of the projects that they're building, because the activity on GitHub, I know there's a hackathon going on right now, but the activity on GitHub is pretty substantial. So in 2021, we expect growth on many fronts, more tools, more applications, and more users as well. So here's some of the upgrades that they made. I'm not even going to attempt to read through these. You guys can see them. Macro op fusion, soft fork preparation, and their CKB Lite. But here's some of the major stuff. Along with a hard fork, Nervos will also welcome layer 2 scaling solutions, Godwoken and Polyjuice. So, you guys hear me talk about Polyjuice, and it's just it's a viable solution for Ethereum. And I think Vitalik is thinking the same thing. CKB, you could store massive amounts of information on the CKB for practically nothing. And there's already a cross-chain bridge built from Ethereum to the CKB, the common knowledge base. So it just makes sense. Godwoken is a layer 2 roll-up framework on CKB. It provides scaling capabilities as well as an account-based program model. Combined with Godwoken, Polyjuice provides an Ethereum-compatible layer right on the CKB. Leveraging the account model and scalability provided by Godwoken, it also integrates EVM1 and EVM engine for running Ethereum smart contracts and aims for 100% EVM compatibility. Virtual machines. Together, Godwoken and Polyjuice have deployed in Nervos's testnet environment. In 2021, we will work to get them both audited and deployed on the mainnet. So, yeah. So I think we're getting really close. I think this hackathon, then we got the Cardano summit coming up. I do expect to hear exciting news from the Cardano camp, from the Nervos camp very soon. I just think that they're ready to launch some of these. I know like the Polyjuice is already operable. Godwoken, their roll-ups is really gonna offer some efficiency out there for business applications, enterprise applications, DeFi applications. And then Axon, chain-based layer 2 protocol. They talked about this in their positioning paper. It has been through several rounds of designs, and after working on this project over a few years, we believe we have come up with a design that can address our partners' pain points and needs, offering better scalability and better security model than a roll-up. The goal is to release the protocol in 2021. Payment channel network. In 2021, Nervos team began research on payment channels. They built a prototype to test their ideas, and it resulted in a payment channel network on CKB that's even more powerful than what's available on Bitcoin and Ethereum. User-defined token, or UDT compatible, the payment channel network will have maximum liquidity and enable a variety of new use cases. We hope to build a small but efficient payment channel network on Nervos in 2021. The Force Bridge. And you guys, I've talked about this a lot. One of the 3 elements of the Universal Passport is Force Bridge, which is a universal cross-chain framework for facilitating transfers between blockchains. The first bridge built on top of this framework is a bridge between CKB and Ethereum. In 2021, we'll audit and deploy Force Bridge on the mainnet and plan to do the following: build new bridges with Bitcoin and other chains, complete the SPV head of verification smart contracts on CKB, and make the CKB ETH bridge more decentralized. So Force Bridge is going to be the link to Cardano. And yeah, so I just expect a lot of good things coming out of Nervos this year. I wanted to talk about that because the announcements are going to come. And when you hear the announcements, I just want you guys to be informed. What does it mean, right? What does it all mean? Well, it means that investors are taking notice of Nervos. If you just Google Nervos today, it's just a lot of articles popping up. And so for all of you along with me who's been hanging out with Nervos for a while, and your recognition time is coming. All right, I'm telling you. We are just about there. I'm making a video right now on the Universal Passport. Help bring some knowledge and awareness to the Universal Passport. It is an amazing, phenomenal piece of technology, and I'm going to break it down for you guys in simplicity. So, taking a look back at the charts, Bitcoin does look like it's been bouncing. Let's just move down to lower time frames, kind of see what kind of patterns are aggregating down here. That definitely looks like a bounce to me. But who knows? We are still in a downtrend on the lower time frames, but it looks like we're ready to set another make a little higher high, higher low thing going on here. Start patching together a trend. The whole market's starting to turn green. So yes, I think we're just about there. So keep an eye, be careful. The markets can turn highly volatile. A lot of manipulation going on out there. Leverage is starting to build up. Capital's flowing, and investors are a little shaky right now. But give them some time; they'll warm up, and we'll start putting some higher highs, lower lows. Higher lows together for the weekend. Let's get this. Let's get it. Yeah, so if you're any developers out there, I'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the hackathon? What have you seen? If you've been there, I'd like to get some more details on what's going on the inside. And I have a call with Nervos this weekend, and looking forward to that. So I am trying, just so you guys know, I am trying to get some of the folks from Nervos on the show. And I'm doing a collaborative with some other channels who've been covering CKB. So the three of us are all going to get together and do a collaborative. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. So that's about it. So keep your eye out for a bounce this weekend. And it might be a slow start. It might be a shaky start. It might be, 2 steps up, 1 step back type of thing. Start putting some pieces together. ADA, in the ADA camp, for all you ADA holders, smart contract being launched on Sunday. So I don't know. Are we gonna get a run up beforehand? It's starting to look like people are accumulating. We've already got a trend starting here, and on the lower time frames, on the higher time frames, it's we got a little ways to go, but we can get there. We can get there. It's definitely look like it's putting something together. So I am expecting a bounce this weekend. Don't kill me if it doesn't happen, but I do think it's coming. All of the charts and the fundamentals are looking like pretty strong right now. It looks like whales are accumulating. Swim with the whales, guys. Swim with the whales. Have a good night, day, whatever time zone you're in. I will see you guys tomorrow.